Hi, Anthony Garcia here with Verizon. Today we're going to be installing a Cisco Spark Room kit. Now I haven't ever done this, so I'm just going to kind of fumble through it, and you can see how easy it is. I have a general idea on how to do this. I've done an SX, but I haven't done a room kit. It should be a little similar. So the SX was really very simple, and I was quite amazed at how simple it was. So this should be pretty simple as well. Now the SX I just put up on the shelf. This one I'm going to kind of show you through what the options are that come in the kit as far as mounting. Okay, so I thought it a little bit strange, but you get these two guys right here, and looking at these, they look a little weird. So you get these two things. These are going to be to mount to your VESA holes, I believe. And then you get the other option, which is going to be a wall mount option, which is this guy right here. And this guy's kind of tilted. If you see that, it's tilted one way. So one way, that way, you'd probably mount it on top of your display. Your display would be, right here, let's facing that way. And so you have a little angle right there. And if it's below the display, then you'd kind of do this. Okay? Does that make a little sense? Hopefully that does. Now it doesn't show you this in the manual, but I'm just guessing on that. Why they would make that slanted like that and not put anything in the manual, I don't know. But anyway, so let's go through this. What does this look like? Just real quick, I just want to show you what we have here real quick. And if you guys are familiar with the room kits, you're probably already going to know this. And I'll just try to, general information for everybody if you don't know what a room kit is, what it comes with. Here's the room kit itself. This is the, integrated microphone, integrated camera, and speakers. And I won't go through all the technical detail. You can look at the data sheet for that. I will show you we have a power DC input, external microphones that you can connect up to into the room. You have an external amplifier, speakers that you want to run external to this. Maybe you have a big room or something like that, and we'll put some speakers in the back of the room. You have your kiosk, your little display, your controller display, and then you have Ethernet as well. Now these two, you can actually hook the kiosk directly to here, or you can hook the kiosk to the same switch or a similar switch. It's got to be on the same VLAN. And then you have, looks like a Kensington lock right here in the middle. You have some 3 HDMIs, one being your main display, your second one being your second display. If you're sharing content or someone is sharing content, it would be come on that display. And then you have a local HDMI share, wired share. So if you're in the room and want to share content from a DVD or Blu-ray player or a PC, that's where you would do that. You have this maintenance port, looks like a micro USB, and you have a USB port. Okay, that's it. And then you got these two little funky tabs here, kind of strange looking. What are those about? All right, let's check it out. So both of these serve as the mounting points for either the display mount or the wall mount, and I'll show you what that looks like. So if you're going to mount it on the display, on the top of the display, you're going to grab these guys, and these are a little funky to put on. They're hard to put on just one person, but if you look at that, there's a little slot right here in this guy. See a little slot there? And you see the way that's shaped? Well, looks like that's the same shape right there. Okay, so what we're going to do is you would kind of get to the bottom of this thing. So here's my bottom, put this downward, and then you're going to slide that guy right in there. It kind of locks in, and then you see this guy, there's a little hole there, and there's a little bevel right there, a little lip, a clip goes in there like that, and then you're ready to go. You put the other side on, and this is kind of spring assisted, so you can do that when it's on top of the display. And then these guys right here, they're going to connect up to the back of your VESA mount. All right, you get two size screws. Looks like an M6. So I got the calipers here. Haven't measured this yet. And let's see. 586, I'd call that an M6. All right, these are all metric. And then thread pitch on this is usually going to be my metric side. Yep. The 1.0 thread pitch for metric. Pitch is done on metrics of, pitch, not threads per inch. So let's see. I don't know if you can see that, but that's going to fit right in. That's 1.0 thread pitch. Okay. So hopefully that's 1.0. Yep, it's 1.0. So that's going to be your M6s. And then you have some M8s in here too for the large displays. And in the way this thing on the manual, it says you would kind of get your display. Let's say the display was down on the ground, and VISA mounts usually come in two. They come apart, right? There's one that goes on the screen, one that goes on the wall, and then when you connect it back to the screen, then you get your buddy to help you, and then you go hang it on the wall, right? Sometimes, that sometimes they screw on, but most of the time, the bigger display, that's how they work. So, pretend the display was right here on the, and I had the VISA mount, that goes in the display right there, and I would just put that guy down on there, and then instead of my top mounting bolts that came with my VISA mount, I just use these right here and thread those in. Now, one thing they say to do in instructions is you're going to have this kind of guy right on the back like that, so you can actually, you'll kind of do that. You'll tighten that up there, and you can see it's coming out the back end, and then this guy will go right into the bolt itself would go right into the display, okay, after you tighten that up. So hopefully that makes some sense there. All right, the other style mount, which I would probably prefer, let me take this guy off. Remember I talked about that mount right there. Okay, that guy's going to go to the on the wall. Once it's on the wall, these are going to go on the room kit camera, and they're going to hang just like that. Okay? Alright, so you either have it like that or like this. Okay? And you have some angles that you can go there too. Same kind of deal. If you look at this guy, there's a little tab right there. Looks the same as that. So you just put that tab in there just like so. Snaps in, and then see that little hole there? It's going to go right in that hole. And then if you can imagine that on the wall here, you have some degree angle there. Okay? So that's all with mounting. Let's get to Spark Control Hub and get this thing fired up, see if we can get it registered. Okay, we got everything connected now. I don't have anything mounted or anything like that. This is a demo unit, so it's going to be sent back. But I got everything connected, and you see right up here I have touch panel, tap the touch panel to get started. We also have not registered over here, and tap to get started there, and it says not registered right there. One of the things that I wanted to say is it does come with this power injector, so this little display needs to be powered some way. And either you can, it needs to be powered some way, it needs to connect up to Ethernet some way. So where I thought I could connect it to the room kit itself or to the camera itself, it didn't power on or anything like that. So I think what I could have done is connected it there, but still used a power injector, to do that. And I just decided not to. The instructions did say that you can connect these two together, but there's no PoE over there, so there has to be that power injector in the middle between those. And I just decided to go ahead and run it to a PoE switch over there. So that's what's going on there. Anyway, same thing. Okay, I think we can get started. So let's see how we can register this thing. Okay, let's head into Spark Control Hub and see what we need to do here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to devices here, and we're going to create a new device right here. Now, obviously, you have to have device licenses for this. So let's go ahead and do a new device. We're going to pick the other, right, because we have a room kit. We're going to click next. And now these are places, so you can put devices in places. So let's do a new place this time. And I'll just say Anson's Office 2, I guess. And do we want Cisco Spark only by default? Cisco Spark and Cisco Spark calling, we don't have that in this system. And do we have, or do we want Cisco Spark Hybrid Call Service Connect? I'm not going to do this yet. I want to do another video doing this because this is something new. We're going to do kind of easy breezy right here. And I also want to do this here for you later with this same system. And it gives me an activation code. So let's, how about let's print that out. All right, that's coming out my printer over there. Let me head back over to the room kit and take you with me. Okay, we're back at the device, and I've got my activation code printout. Let's see what I need to do here. So let's go to this little cog up here. It says not registered. And let's go to settings. And let's go down here. Device activation. That sounds like it could be interesting. Yeah, so pretty intuitive. I didn't read directions, and last time I did this was months and months ago, so it looks pretty intuitive to me. We're going to connect that to Cisco Spark, so I guess I'm going to go that right there. Do that one right there. Reset call service. You have selected Spark. Continue with erase. Okay, we can do that. And I'll pause for a second and let this guy come up. Okay, we are now done with the upgrade, and as soon as the upgrade was finished, it came up to this display here, and it says enter your 16-digit Spark activation code or get a code from an admin.cisco.com. So, easy enough. Here's my activation code. Let me put it in here. Alright, and looks like it wants me to check that right there. And it says the same thing up here. Of course, please follow the steps. Okay, looks like we're doing something now. Back up just a little bit so you guys can see the kiosk as well. See if anything's going on in there. Alright, and if you look up in the left hand corner there, you can see Anson's Office 2. Remember, that was the place I put it in the Spark Control Hub. Alright. Appears to have the wrong time up in the upper right hand corner. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, looks like I have call and share, and I can certainly make a call here, and there we go. We have some folks right there, and can make that call. So everything appears to be working right. I won't complete that call. That's a 8800 and a Spark client too. Everything appears to be working, so that's how easy it is. So in all actuality, if you take the unboxing, and the mounting away, it seems like a pretty easy mounting situation as far as the two options that they give you. These little guys, and this wall mount, I would probably say this wall mount's going to be the easiest, the quickest way to go. Get into some either metal studs back there or drywall anchors to get that. You can probably look at the data sheet and see how heavy this is. This is pretty substantial. It's not light. I'd probably say that's about 20 pounds, somewhere around there. So it's not light, but even in some drywall with a couple of drywall anchors, I don't think that's gonna go anywhere unless someone tries to rip it off the wall. So there you go. That's how easy it is.